when you wear them, it's just, I mean, the suede, the black suede boots, I think, the white paint stripe are just so great. I wore them at Malcolm's funeral. I wore it close to Malcolm's funeral because it was a nice thing to do, and it was nice to see Vivienne there, and it was just great. I mean, it's still got, I mean, that, I think World's End is, it's interesting because it's able to take a design that was done in 1981-82, change the colour, modify it, not even modify it, but it's basically the same pattern, and it's still very relevant today. You still want to buy it. I mean, I've worn mine out. A lot of it gets nicked, a lot of it, you know, disappears. And you can go in there and get it again. So it's nice to be able to get the biker boot, get the pirate boots, or the other pirate boots which had the flap over the top. You know, at Live Aid I wore the red, you know, those red flap over boots, the red ones, the sort of, they go up and I wore that. So,
oh yeah, with the buckles, with the studs on them.
That mine didn't have studs, just like red, but they had the kind of little bit of chrome on the front. But I wore them at Live Aid, and that was like good to just have a little bit of, and Sex Leathers. So I had Sex Leathers and the Seditionaries boots on at Live Aid, and it felt quite good because I thought, you know, by that time it got a bit quiet, a bit tame, and you're still wearing the clothes that. You know, when I wore them, I felt like, yeah, well, this is what.
Was that 85 or something?
85. Right? Sort of it leads up to that.
Had most of your stuff been before that? Your hits? Was you
the stuff with
because you were in the charts sort of every other week for quite a while.
Well, with that, I kind of, this idea of heroic characters, pirates, highwaymen, you know, that element was an influence. But I kind of was very influenced by a film made in 1969 called Charge of the Light Brigade by Tony Richardson, starring David Hemmings.
Right.
And my mate Dave, Sharp Dave Whiting, he was the dresser, he was the head of the military department, costume department at Bermans and Nathans. And I went in there, I said, look, I've seen this film, I want one of them jackets that David Hemmings wore in Charge of the Light Brigade, because it was this brilliant Hussar gold, very like, you know.
Right.
And he said, well, it just so happens we've got the exact jacket. So I went over and I was the same size as David Hemmings.
Right,
So that jacket that's now in the V&A was worn by David Hemmings. That was serendipity. I believe in serendipity. I think when things like that happen.
It was worn by David Hemmings.
Sorry?
It was his jacket.
It was his jacket. Inside it's got Hemmings, you know. And I'm the same size. So that jacket was part of that. And I had you know, basically, so that look I kind of developed. That look developed from sort of punk, like the leather trousers I wore came from obviously the punk rock thing, and my shirt that I wore in that is a replica of, exactly a replica of one of Lord Byron's shirts that I got from Bud's, the tailors in Jermyn Street, and I had that remade. So it was a combination of going to Bermans and Nathans and then kind of putting together like the Native American Indian, the piracy, the home, and the heroic characters, and obviously working with Malcolm at the time on Bow Wow Wow, which became Bow Wow Wow. Malcolm wanted to kind of manage me for a month, so I gave him £1,000.
Yeah, it's another band that you were thrown out of.
I was thrown out of that band.
Not exactly thrown out of, but anyway.
But it was good though. It was more of a mutiny. I like to say it was a mutiny because I think we were all mates. And we've been together for 3 years, banging away, making no money, getting, you know, told your album shit or whatever. But it was time for a change, and I knew I could never work with Malcolm because it would have meant working for Malcolm.
Yeah, right.
And I can't do that. So, with all due respect, I think Dave and Matt and Lee were better off with Annabella, because I think Bow Wow Wow was great, and what it did for me was give me a kick up the arse. Right. Because I thought, right, that's it. I'd already developed some ideas in those meetings with Malcolm, and I had the Kings of Our Frontier melody in my head, and I just went with that. So sometimes when you've got a kind of healthy competition, let's say, and you know you're behind, it gave me that thing. So that was great, you know. So it was meant to be, and but I'd go in there and I took my daughter, she's 15, Lily, and I said, well, you know, that one over there, and I was wearing that one when I was, you know, and it's nice that, you know, she can get. She bought me this for Christmas, which is I wear my most treasured thing, which is a Viv's.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's beautiful. And my daughter bought me that. She's 15, and she doesn't know the history that I've got.
Is it the Rose of Lancaster or something or other?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's Vivian's.
It's Vivian's. Oh,
It's your
right.
mum's,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, probably is the Rose of Lancaster.
It's the Tudor Rose.
Okay.
But it's gone full circle. My daughter's
Tudor.
gone in there and bought that for me without knowing my affinity with it. So A, my daughter's got taste, and B, it's gone full circle.
Okay.
So,
And you're in touch with your daughter now.
I
That's
love
good.
my daughter, yeah. Yeah, I'll see my daughter now.
I saw you at the Roundhouse playing last year, and I
Oh,
thought it's actually the second time I've seen you play. I've seen you play. I saw you play in the 80s at the Electric Ballroom with Adam and the Ants singing "Dirt Wears White Socks."
I would like that.
But I thought you were really good at the Roundhouse, and I just wanted to know what you're up to this year. I mean, you've been touring quite successfully
Yeah, well,
last year.
Just done 44 shows in America, which was great to get back out there. I did 22 shows in America the year before, so I've done
It's a lot.
70 shows. But you've got to get off your bum and do it. But funny you say, Dirk, on April the 19th at the Hammersmith Apollo, I'm doing Dirk Wears White Socks exactly as I recorded it. And then I'm
The
doing
whole album.
the whole album,
Yeah,
and then
right.
the second half I'm doing the kind of hits and the new album. I just put my new album out last year on my label, so in a way it's gone full circle, and it's good. I'm loving the music, I'm loving playing, generally loving life, which is great.
So what's on where are you playing this year? Do you have any concrete places yet?
Well, I'm doing the show at the Hammersmith Apollo on April the 19th is the big one, but I'm doing 12 more shows up and down the country, Manchester, Birmingham, Edinburgh, down south and stuff. And I've called the tour 12 BD, 12 before Dirk. So 12 shows leading up to the Dirk show, Lucky 13. So I'll be doing that in April, and then I'm at the moment then I'll start working on a new album, which I'm doing at the moment, and have a new record out hopefully early next year. I'll do another tour of America. So I'm home now. I've got time to go and buy some of your stuff, because this is the first Ben Westwood prototype, and it's got it's tailored. It's got the McLean tartan in it, which is custom made.
For you.
And it's great. I think we've got another Westwood talent coming along, and it's great. And I'm very proud to wear it. I think it's good to. In the old days, people that had money used to be a patron to talented artists, and I think it's the same with you and me, and I'm really proud of that. I'm really happy.
That's very kind of you,
That's
Adam.
my pleasure, mate.
That's it. Thank you very much. Cheers.